4,000 years ago, in the desert lands between the Tigris and the Euphrates, stood the greatest city the world had ever seen. Babylon, a city of towering walls, bustling markets, and unimaginable wealth. A city where fortunes were made and lost. And from this ancient world comes one of the most powerful financial books ever written, The Richest Man in Babylon, a book of simple stories that hide eternal truths. Today, we follow the story of Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. But he did not begin with gold. Arkad's origin, he began with nothing but hunger and a question. Arkad was the son of a humble merchant. He worked as a scribe, carving symbols into clay tablets for a few copper coins a day. His hands were skilled, but his purse was always empty. One evening, as wealthy merchants rode past him on fine horses, Arkad asked himself, "Why do they have so much, while I have so little?" He realized he worked hard, but he did not work smart. He earned coins, but he did not keep them. The meeting with Algamish. One day, a wealthy moneylender named Algamish entered Arkad's workshop. He needed a tablet copied overnight. He promised Arkad a generous reward if he finished it by sunrise. Arkad worked through the night. When Algamish returned, he was impressed. And Arkad, gathering his courage, asked him the question burning in his heart: how does a man become wealthy? Algamish smiled. "You have been faithful in your work," he said, "so I will be faithful in my answer." And he told Arkad the first great secret of wealth. The first two lessons: save and control spending. Algamish said, "A part of all you earn is yours to keep." Arkad frowned. "But I already keep everything I earn." Algamish shook his head. "No, you pay the baker, you pay the clothier, you pay the landlord, you pay everyone, except yourself. From this day forward," Algamish said, "keep at least 1/10 of all you earn. Pay yourself first." This was Arkad's first great lesson. But Algamish continued, "If you keep 1/10, you must live on the other 9/10. Save 10%. Control your spending. Live within 90%. This was Arkad's second great lesson. The first failure. Arkad obeyed. For a year, he saved 1/10 of every coin he earned. But then he made a mistake. He invested his savings with a brickmaker who promised to buy rare jewels. But the brickmaker knew nothing of jewels. The investment failed. Arkad lost everything. The next two lessons: guard and multiply. When Algamish returned, Arkad confessed. Algamish laughed. "You trusted a brickmaker to buy jewels? Would you trust a farmer to build a chariot?" And here Arkad learned two more lessons. First, protect your savings from loss. Second, invest only with those who are wise, skilled, and proven. The Rise of Arkad. Arkad saved again. He invested again, this time with a wise metal worker. His gold began to grow, slowly at first, then steadily, then abundantly. Years later, Algamish returned and saw Arkad's progress. He said, "You have learned well. You will become wealthy, and when you do, teach others what I have taught you." The creation of the 7 laws of wealth. And so Arkad did. He took the raw lessons he had learned: save 10%, live on 90%, invest wisely, protect your gold, and he forged them into a complete system. A system he called the 7 laws of wealth. The 7 cures for a lean purse, and he taught them to the people of Babylon. What were these 7 laws? The 7 cures for a lean purse. Cure 1: start your purse to fattening. Save at least 10% of all you earn. Cure 2: control your expenditures. Live on no more than 90% of your income. Cure 3: make your gold multiply. Invest your savings so they produce more gold. Cure 4, guard your treasures from loss. Avoid risky schemes, scammers, and unskilled advisors. Cure 5, make of your dwelling a profitable investment. Own your home to reduce expenses. Cure 6, ensure a future income. Prepare for old age and unexpected hardship. Cure 7, increase thy ability to earn. Grow your skills. Grow your value. Grow your income. Modern application. So how do these ancient laws apply to your life today? More directly than you might think. First, pay yourself first. 10% is the minimum. If you can save more, save more. The more you save, the faster you build wealth. And what do you do with that money? You invest it safely. Not in hype. Not in promises. Not in guaranteed returns. Invest in index funds, ETFs, retirement accounts, government bonds, high-yield savings, proven long-term assets. Next, live on no more than 70% of your income. This is the ceiling, not the goal. Your goal is to shrink that number over time. How do you shrink it? By increasing your income, by learning new skills, by becoming more valuable, by finding new ways to earn. And just like Arkad, you must guard your gold from loss. Today's dangers are different, but just as deadly. Avoid crypto scams, fake investment gurus, pyramid schemes, high-risk day trading guaranteed return offers, unregulated platforms, influencer pump and dump schemes, get rich quick courses. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. To multiply your gold, invest with wisdom. Study before you invest. Learn before you risk. Follow proven strategies. Let time and consistency do the heavy lifting. Arkad became the richest man in Babylon, not because he was lucky, but because he followed a system. A system anyone can follow. A system you can follow. The question is not whether the system works. It has worked for 4,000 years. The question is, will you work the system? Before you go, I want to hear from you. What scams have you encountered on your journey? And what investment strategies do you trust the most? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might save someone else from losing their gold. If you're ready to begin your own journey to wealth, comment "I claim my gold" below. And join us here at Greatness Quest Archive, where we uncover, learn, ascend. Subscribe for our next deep dive into the timeless laws of prosperity.